when you do all of that. All right, it's the start of day 3 on the 50/50 Camaro. And today I don't even know if we're gonna call it a full work day. I've got to get this thing set up so it can get flipped kind of upside down, get sandblasted on the bottom. Why sandblasting, you ask? Because we're right here at this stage. So what I'd like to do is at least bedline the whole bottom of the car, and to do a good job of that, I've got to sandblast it. I also wanted to sandblast the front subframe and the differential. So my job is to figure out how to flip this car upside down. You're gonna like my idea, I think. And get it to the sandblasters. Let's get to work. Now, we're still going to be able to reuse all that 2x2 box tubing because we'll just clean up the welds. Well, that's not lost. Huh. They don't even have matching angles. That's funny. Little sick crooked. So come hold this.
Okay, well I can't hold the camera and that, so.
Yeah, you can. One hand on this for just a sec. Body's not that heavy. This should work. What could go wrong, you ask? Cue the forklift video.
That's why I was thinking.
David, come give me a hand. Got my tetanus shot before I started working. So the board's moving with it. Yeah, how much room? That's good. Oh, yeah, we're across the board. Not terrible.
I'm getting out of the way.
Oh man, too easy. Okay, well, now for the ultimate test. See if my rotisserie works.
Not bad.
Okay, free rotisserie. Why do I say it's free? Because you're going to reuse that box tubing when you're done. And you can go get some rusty, crappy old box tubing, but check this out.
That's actually a really clean bottom.
It's a good car. So my thought is we're going to sandblast from here down to here. Just kind of clean that up a little bit. Now that I see it, it doesn't really need it, but I've got to go get the suspension sandblasted, so yeah, we're going to do it anyways. Not bad, eh? Keep coming. Hang on, 4 foot out of the way.
Ooh, actually, a quick rule.
strap her down, send it away. Definitely the body needs to be tied to the trailer, but not over it. No, I don't want to wreck it.
Well, that looks great.
It does. What a difference, hey?
Wow.
It's like brand new. Bringing these things in. Now, of course, this project isn't your $300,000 resto because we have only $5,000. But I got a couple little things I want to fix. Frame's got a bit of rot here. All the other holes are good, so I'm going to make a quick donut for that. I want to do it before I paint. And then we got some frame horns that have been bent up through life, especially this ugly one. Yeah, that one. So I'm gonna hammer and dolly those straight, spray this stuff black, put some floors in it, and maybe have a rolling Camaro. Think about that for a minute. That'd be good. That'd be really good. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do for the next few minutes. Big fuel line for a big block.
What engine are we putting in this anyways?
Small Chevy.
From?
I'm actually excited about small block Chevys again. Any of the rest of you ready to see some more small block Chevys in cars? From, she says.
From
a donor car that we have at the house. Because it had to be cheap, so it had to be something we kind of kicking around. And we have one kicking around.
Is it the one that caught on fire?
The 70 Camaro, yeah. Don't know if it's a 383 or a 350 or 283. I think we'll find out when we run the numbers. Maybe pull the oil pan before we put it in. It's an insurance company car that caught on fire. So no trip to the machine shop on this. One thing I'm going to keep is this thing. Brake line clips. Kind of handy. Oh, look at that, eh? That would have been useless. That's pretty useless anyways. That screwdriver though.
Why do I remember seeing a bag of those?
So we have brand new ones.
Yeah, we have brand new ones.
Yep. We're going to try not to be brand new.
Okay.
I wouldn't want you adding this up at the end and telling me I spent more than $6.
I know
I'm
you know I've already got a file going and putting all of the numbers together.
It's not fair.
I'm sorry.
But if I want to lie and say it didn't cost as much as we thought. Okay. Got the part stripping done. Okay, hammer. So it sure looks like this is out of shape too. It's going to be a tough one. So I'm going to use the really tight edge of the jolly. Look at how it would fit in here, right? How it would fit in there well. That's what I'm going to do right here. Try to create that crease, which means I got to hold it up. I think I've got it to where I'm real happy there.
Yeah, it looks good.
Way better than this. Oh, look at this. This is all bent too. I'm gonna give that a little pick me up. So yeah, weight is key when you're working with frames. Heavy hammers, lots of work. You don't have to go to the gym when you're working on frame day.
You seem to be...
Teresa, if you want to help me flip it, I just want to get the bottom real quick.
I was going to say, there seems to be droplets of water all over the ground.
Fuck, am I leaking?
You're leaking.
It's hot. It's hot out.
Okay, what are we doing?
We're flipping it. Watch out. We'll hold the weight a little bit. There you go. So, you can see the frame's torn here. Have to do a little bit of weld there. You can also see, I don't know if the camera will catch it, but it's kind of moved this way. So I'm going to pound that corner out that way. I'll get a dolly under there, make that look a bit better. This one's looking really good. This is looking good. This is looking like it went off-roading. So is this. Pretty common in these cars. Okay, so first hit this way. There, that's closer. Okay, we got that one. If you eyeball this one and that one, they both need the same thing too. What I might do on that one, because I'm going to swing and hit a lot of other stuff, I'll use one hammer for alignment. One hammer for alignment. 1 hammer for weight.
I have to say, I got to cue in the little pieces of those little balls that hit back and forth in the offices. Swing, swing.
Okay, that's looking good. I'm going to weld that. And I'm going to come back with a grinder and just kind of clean things up real quick. Might even pull these shocks because I'm right here. I know that's my ADD kicking in, but it's so much easier to deal with right now instead of later. Some old Monroes in there. Gas-o-matics. Now, I'm actually unsure why the guy would actually grind those, because if you look at the factory welds, go look at some of those factory welds. They're pretty bad. Pretty bad. Awesome. Now you and I are going to flip it over. Geez, we're killing it. Actually, we did an AR. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Over this way a bit. It's going to land heavy on that side. So, you got to balance it for a sec while I get over there with you. No, on that side, love.
Yeah, I know. I'm just waiting until you're...
Told you it would get heavy here.
I know. I heard you.
Yeah. Okay, I got it. Yeah, just going to grind this surface so it looks nice. And oh yeah, we got the other project. We got to make a donut for it. Looking better than the factory side.
JF Customs, factory Chevy.
Oh gosh, settle down. Perfect. Okay.
Hole.
You which?
Donut.
Donut. Oh yeah. Get back to that. So, we showed you guys earlier, there's 3 of these that are perfectly usable, and then 1 that is not. So I gotta measure it. Okay.
I wasn't expecting that.
Totally. That is one ugly donut. think my little tools need help. I am really looking forward to, and I know Teresa is too. We're just gonna get set up at home so we can give you guys some content from right there. Save all the background noise.
My only question is we don't have all of these cool tools at the house.
Yeah, well, we've still got the shop here. If we got something special to do that we need the specialty tools. Is this about to get screwy? And I'm holding this by hand because sometimes you got to let it jiggle a bit, or these teeth really bite. So. There we go. Donut made. Prep work done. I'm not even going to weld that because all that matters is the holes in the right spot. We measured that, and that the upper elevation is right. So leaving the weld there will keep it strong. Hopefully by day 6 we'll have a rolling car. That'd be pretty cool after it hit that telephone pole and got all buggered up. Oh, my shocks, my shocks. Next, painting. Yes, I got to clean up first.
My shop.
3 days ago I started with Blair. This car, I'll get it out for you to have a look. So this car hit a telephone pole so bad right here that the inner structure was moved to about here. So we cut the quarter panel off, cut this part off, beat it backwards. It was all full of shotgun holes. We're making a car out of it.
What kind of car?
Like a $5,000 finished car. Can you imagine that being possible?
No, I can't, because you already got $3,000 worth of work done to it.
I don't, other than labor. No labor, 5,000 in parts.
With no labor. Well,
No labor.
That means that there's going to be cars around here with no parts left on them.
You know what I mean? Like if somebody says they can't have a hot rod, well, this sort of negates that, because you should be able to build a car with your own two hands and some used parts that nobody wants, right?
Last time I checked, though, these cars aren't too many used parts that nobody wants to put on these
No,
cars.
it turns out there's lots of them. You know how that happens? Because they bring in a perfectly good car for restoration, and then they buy all new. So then, like, oh, I don't want to use used windows. Well, I'll take them. I don't want to use used window trim. I bought new stuff. It just goes on and on and on and on. So for this thing, I got.
Hey, come here for a minute. You want to see something that was very common in the 80s and 85s? This is how you put a speaker in back in the day. Before they had any power tools. You get a hammer and a chisel and literally just beat a fucking hole until the magnet and the sound cone fits through. Hey, she's installed.
Yeah, just like that.
Did you know that the Mustangs,
Yeah.
the Hertz Mustangs,
Yeah.
were done that way? They took an axe and they cut the fucking window out of them. And put straight goods.
No way.
And that's how you tell you have a true Hertz.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it looks like axe marks.
Oh, it looks like a bunch of hillbillies got to it with a machete. No. Didn't even use an axe. Axe to do clean.
I'm going to be doing some fact checking on that.
You do some fact checking on
pretty
it.
awesome.
They're chopped out with a fucking, with an axe. The back window on a Hertz Mustang.
No kidding.
Yeah. With plexiglass back window.
Well, between you and Teresa, I'm learning lots of stuff this last couple of years.
What's that, not to talk back?
No?
You want a one-day argument or a week argument?
Exactly.
Participate in it, see what happens.
You did miss a good wedding, though.
I wasn't here, I had to come.
Oh, yeah. That's right. You were gone.
I was gone.
That's right. You were traveling.
Congratulations on you guys getting married.
Awesome. Thanks.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, so...
Again, back to my... Now, you're making this thing hit a pole. It looks like she's fairly still a little bit grimbled right there,
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, we got the most of it we could that we could reach, and then thought, that's good. Carry on. Yeah.
The floor's not even in that bad
I
a
know.
shape.
That's why I've been saving this car for 20 years. I'm doing 2 patches back here and 2 little patches up front.
Well, the one thing about having that many holes in it, JF, you wouldn't have to worry about water drainage, hey?
No.
It's just run out, eh?
Just right through. Trust me, for $5,000, this thing's not going to look 100%.
And I get
Multicolored
to be the first one
panels.
to drag race it.
And that's what we're going to do with the drag car?
Yeah, yeah,
That's a good idea.
yeah.
That's a really good idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's I can see why you're not getting... And you know what'll happen? Somebody will come along and find this car after about 20 years. I figure they got hit in the ass with a bolt of lightning and go, I want to fix that car! And then they'll ask, who did all this shitty bodywork to it?
Hey, wait a second.
What are you going to put on it for wheels? Plywood wheels? Fucking sheet of plywood's $100 a sheet.
There we go. That's perfect. Okay, we're trying to finish up the 3rd day of progress. It might be another video for you guys, but we're just the afternoon of the same day, counting the hours, trying to figure out how to build this thing. Right, Teresa? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm, she says. Okay, can you park that thing and help me? We're flipping it up onto its nose, and I'm going to hang it from there so I can paint the top and bottom. Slow down. Okay. Don't worry about that yet. Okay, we haven't really explained what we're doing, but clearly we're in a paint booth. We're getting ready to paint. How about that for an explanation? Monroe-matic. These were factory issue on the specialty Firebirds. So some of you are going to wonder why I'm not rebuilding this whole front end. The answer is pretty simple. With $5,000 budget, we just can't. What we can do is paint everything nice, go through the ball joints, and they've been replaced because they've got already grease nipples. But we'll paint it so that we can get it in the car, and with the weight of the engine, then I'll be able to test the ball joints, all the bushings, and we'll replace what we need to, we're not just going to replace stuff for fun. We haven't determined whether we're going to run drum brakes or disc brakes yet. I will actually have to pencil that out and see which is cheaper, whether we're just putting everything back together as drums is cheaper than going ahead and putting new disc brake kit on it. Somehow I don't think we've got a disc brake kit in our future. Now, if we had a buddy rebuilding one of these and he was putting some fancy stuff on, I think that would be fair game to put some used disc brakes on it. So we'll go ahead and put some cheap $30 ones in. Now, this morning we straightened out all the frame rails, so I'm happy with that. Teresa got me to straighten out that A-arm, I'm happy with that. The sandblasting looks great. We're just going to paint it nice and black. Perfect. Yeah. And then we don't have to go back to it. So if the subframe's painted nice and black and one day we want to improve it and put tubular control arms, it's already done, it's in the car, we don't have to redo it. That's what we're trying to do. 50 days, it's not a long time. We're lucky enough to have a paint booth for this little project, but it definitely doesn't warrant one. I'm pretty sure you could do this outside in the dirt. Yeah. It'll be just fine. Now, the biggest mistake most people make when they're doing this is they put too much paint on and get big runs. It's not meant to be super shiny anyways. So I'm going to do my best to slow down a bit and just do a couple light coats, maybe. A couple medium coats, maybe.
Oh, I didn't know that for you.
There. We solved that problem. Teresa and I are really excited about this car. We're thinking fun, 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 fun.
You know the deal.
If you want to do donuts in a gravel parking lot, this will be the car that I allow you to do that. Look at that. Denied.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Okay, well, so be it. Now I got to try to do it with 1 quart. Free paint. Yeah, don't try to get it all black in one go. Hey, do you want to paint? Do you want to paint?
Sure.
Perfect project for that.
Okay.
Go put on a sperm suit.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, so we are going to lower this thing down because what happens, especially with these sandblasted pieces, is you don't always get in all the nooks and crannies. So the upside down part looks good. So when you have it on a hoist, it'll look good. Good job, Teresa. It's not as easy as it looks,
No.
is it? Okay, booth back on for 5 minutes. Get rid of the rest of the paint. You can see, why don't you show them all the spots we missed. So at this point in the paint job, I'm focusing only on a couple spots. And I hope you guys know that shows that anybody can do it. Don't be scared of getting runs, because even at GM, when they were making this stuff brand new, they had ugly welds and they put lots of runs in them. So
Well, you can't tell the difference between the welds and the runs.
it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, even on a real quality restoration, sometimes we've been forced to put runs and goobery marks in weird spots because that's the way it was done. We don't love those restorations. But anyways, it just goes to show you're totally capable of this. Make it fun. Get your wife or girlfriend to do it if you want. But at this point, just to make the job really nice, we've let it dry for a little bit because it's in a paint booth. And I know in my head that we're going to have an engine right here. We're going to have a brake booster right here. There's a lot of things in the way. There's a heater over here. So all we really want is the tops of the air arms to look nice. The area right here that you see looks nice, which we did. This upper portion of the frame, you're going to directly see down on that, and maybe a little bit of this. So I got just enough left in the gun to put one little final shiny coat on that. And you might have noticed I did the diff cover 3 or 4 times because we were trying to fill in some rust pits that were sandblasted out. So that's it. We're just going to clean this up and then show you what it looks like when we're done. Okay, so that's one more day done. Next day, I should be able to weld in all the little floor patches, have the car upside down, weld in the floor patches. The day after that, I'd like to bedline the bottom of the car, and I'm hoping for day 6 to be the day that we assemble this front end, the rear suspension, and get the car on 4 wheels and really start to make it feel like a car. Now, if we do that on day 6, that gives us some time to finish a car. Okay?
Thanks, guys.
Stay tuned. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this, and hopefully it inspires you to do the exact same thing. So, see you soon.
Keep watching.
Cheers.